Shebarage Tower.
How can I help?
I'll take a look this
Right
time
then.
before I buff myself. Right,
Easy as goblin pie.
give me my quest. She was the one responsible for the training. Adventurers, here in the hand of the Seldarine. You must have fought past the horde below. Battle ready, I take it? Tell me, why are you here? We seek to find Laro. Evil stalks the land and we need his power to find the source. A noble cause. That's something my heart has yearned for, but I wouldn't give the right once again for such causes. Well met, adventurers. My name's Kelessa. Was the weapons master of the hand. With that all said, you must have some questions that need answering. Uh, well met, Kelessa. We would know more about you. You're very different from most of the spirits we've encountered here. When the hand was the pinnacle of its glory, I trained my people in the ways of combat. No one could test my deftness with the sword or my accuracy with the bow. All my soldiers were honed to perfection. When we were called to battle, it did not take long before our enemies found their forces in chaos and retreat. Those days are long gone now. Any of my soldiers that remain are twisted shadows of their former selves. I differ from them only in that I have retained my senses. It is a curse knowing that we've become and powerless to do anything about it. Okay, I'd like to talk to about how to find Laral. Perhaps something can be done to help you if we find him. Finding Laral will not be easy. When the hand fell, he was damned. He is now a Baelnorn, an elven lich-like creature doomed to live forever. How this came about, I do not know. You may have seen Laral as you have explored the hand, but what you saw is not truly him. He is more of a sending, a figment of himself that wanders the hand. Laral, the true Laral, is atop Lebolus Tower. Every time I have seen Laral sending, it has rambled on like a village idiot, with one exception. Once, it mentioned something about Laral's great astrolabe, and how it was no longer turning. Yeah, those are the broken pieces. So once we have the broken pieces, we can probably talk to the sending. Maybe tell that we can fix it or something. Or maybe fixing it will get things going here. Maybe that's why the mythal went to shit. Can you tell me more about Laral's astrolabe? Laral's astrolabe is a wondrous device constructed to help him and his wizards research space and time. As I recall, Laral and his wizards were using it during the last days of the Hand. In the aftermath of the Hand's destruction, I found this piece of machinery, which I believe to be a piece of Laral's astrolabe. After seeing the state of mind of most everyone left in the Hand, I have held onto it and guarded it. Last thing I wanted was someone using the power held within the piece to cause further harm to the Hand. We may need that item if we are to have Laral help us. Your intentions may be noble, but I'm afraid I cannot entrust you with this item yet. You will need to prove yourself first. The elves atop of this tower were amongst my most dedicated soldiers. Whatever curse befell the Hand not only twisted their bodies, but twisted their minds as well. They act and live as if in the final moments of the Hand, forever prepared to defend against any intrusion to the tower. So what do you want me to do? My soldiers do not deserve what has befallen them. They deserve to die in battle. They would want to meet their end with steel in hand upon the battlefield. I would ask that you climb the tower and send them to eternal rest. I will put them to rest if you wish. You have my heartfelt thanks. Return to me when my soldiers are at pieces. Rip in peace. Right. Okay. Can we do something here?
Okay.
Ready.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm here.
Huh? Uh-huh.
Your
Take no
life is
prisoners!
forfeit.
Ready. Fine, fine.
I...
Why the fuck isn't the frontline guy doing the opening? Because it's locked.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Ready. Right then.
I'll try to keep this short.
Right.
Yeah.
Your command?
Yeah, indeed.
Huh?
Yes.
Ready.
Right here.
Speak your mind.
Fuck this, I'll haste us too.
You
We only have a
my
single haste though. Oh,
Aye.
maybe I'll save it from the later
Right then.
levels. Ooh, that's a lot of trouble. The archers can probably bombard us right from the spot.
Ready for action.
Okay, someone
Ready.
does have to go and attack
To
them.
victory!
I'll wash me beard.
Yes. I'll take care of it.
I'm here. I...
Yeah, these two archers are the troublesome ones.
I am ready.
Everyone's shooting his team, so you don't need to do anything, you just need to draw fire.
What is your will?
Taste my steel.
I...
Quickly now. Agreed. I'll take care of it.
Ready. I'll split. I'm here.
See you to your grave.
Attack! I'll wash me beard in
I
your
think
blood.
hasting might be warranted,
Watch me go.
because
How can I help?
they're gonna try to basically ambush us, so we want to go burn through them as quickly as possible.
Is that all? I'll split you in two.
I am ready. To victory.
What is
One of you go
required?
here. I won't survive
Ready.
the
Sounds good.
arrows being shot at us.
Ready. Right then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You need me? Take no prisoners!
I...
Huh?
Ready.
Come on, come on.
What is your will?
Ooh. It's
Quickly,
connects to
right
some
here.
other tower too. Right.
Watch me go.
That's not what we were interested in. We need to go higher.
Is that all?
Attack! See you to your
Great
grave.
spiders.
I am ready as
These won't work.
Ready. Yeah. Labor calls. Mm-hmm.
Your desire?
I... Ready. George. I'm here. Your flesh is food in your blood.
Take my
Yeah, raid spiders are not exactly up to the task
Watch me
anymore.
go.
People grip riders of the hand. Teleportation field. Teleportation field sounds more interesting than it actually ends up being. Right.
Easy as goblin pie. Done.
I am a reasonable request.
What is this? Belden's burning blood. Okay, I have no idea what it does.
I
This should be connection to the armory tower, I think. No, the command tower, maybe.
Is that all? I'll
man.
Cleric, ooh, that's the wizard.
Take no prisoners.
Get the wizard, get the wizard, get the fucking wizard. The cleric. Where's the cleric?
Take no prisoners.
Archers.
What is your will?
ready.
Forward!
And everyone's fatigued.
I'll try to keep this short.
Hopefully there's no serious opponents anymore.
Is that all?
Ah. We can slow them down so we're not completely
problem.
helpless. Elven wizard. Go in, go in, go in. Get the wizard.
To victory.
Priest Ali.
Oh, Vesimalia is, that's not a good thing. I think that's fairly high level spells.
I'm here.
Slow is the spell there.
Not a problem.
Steel yourself!
Mortis Carreo.
Probably at least another guy there.
Watch me go. I
Okay, we can still go higher. So this is the tower we needed to go to. Okay, yes.
Oh, the demons of sleep hound me. I need rest.
Getting pretty tired.
I'm getting pretty tired of your shit too.
I am in need of a good night's rest.
Direction for normal arrows. Clear ion stone. Magic resistance 5%. Oh, it's better than nothing, I suppose.
ready. Not a problem.
I'm exhausted. Let us rest for a while.
No.
I'll be needing rest soon.
Improved invisibility. Greater malice. Great stuff. Rapes your saving throws. So if you want to fuck over someone, this is your standard debuff first. I have to think about who gets these spells. It's I don't know what would be the good choice for us. Diary of Evane.
I should rest. I cannot walk and fight indefinitely.
I suppose we should go and talk to the Lich. Or Balnorn, whatever he's called. Elven Lich. Staff of the Hand. Plus 3 quarterstaff. Nothing special about it. I still think I'd rather take it than this. Diary of Abane. So it has come to this. The Orc and Goblin forces grow stronger with each victory. Where they attained the weapons of the Alliance is still a mystery, but I believe in my heart that it was not through the dwarves. We have succeeded in stifling their advances, but it won't hold for long. We have taken severe casualties and our forces are dwindling rapidly. Negotiations are over with our former friends. We are now in open conflict with them. As much as I love my father, I blame him for this. Ever since we found the wagons in the Horde's possession, Father has been completely irrational. Any discussion had with our former friends ended in bitter accusations and resentment. He adamantly believes that the dwarves destroyed us and listens to nothing they have to say in their defense. Um, I don't like this type of a story in this game world. The problem is that the races don't work alongside each other. It's like if you had thousands of years of history of races uh, basically absolutely despising and hating each other, those specific races like orcs and dwarves, and then you would have as uh, a reasonable reason like here, like the weapons found in their possessions. That yeah, there's at least the question that maybe someone in that your ally group is providing weapons for the enemy. But it would be absolutely ridiculous to believe immediately that you have been betrayed by your allies, officially betrayed by the race that basically hates orcs almost more than anything. I mean, proper racial hate toward them. So I don't like these stories because they don't make any sense, any kind of even remote sense. Am I the only one who sees that both sides are going to die horribly if this continues? Father does not see reason in putting aside hostilities with the dwarves so that we may unite against our common enemy. I spoke to him of going to Dorn's Deep to approach our old friends. He lashed out at me in anger and sent me out of the astrolabe. I now make preparations to leave home and ride to Dorn's Deep myself. I know in my heart that what must be done, and this is the only way. Perhaps I have more of my father's stubbornness than I thought. Yeah, I don't get this. I don't get this because there would have to be some kind of a fairly believable system why it would be so easy to believe that the dwarves were behind the betrayal. And it's never presented. The
Yes.
problem is also that it would have to be some kind of exceptional thing, because dwarves would not have anything to do with orcs in normal situations. Their natural reactions would be to basically just kill all the orcs. So, and he's supposed to be a wise wizard. The prerequisite for a wizard is high intelligence. So wise and intelligent, and he's a incredibly stupid piece of shit in the story. I wish if you would. I don't even understand why the betrayal thing has to be the thing that triggers it. The relationship could have soured in a lot of ways, and betrayal wouldn't have to play all that important part of it.
I
Costantos.
Is that all?
Any worthwhile... Ooh, do you sell spell scrolls?
I am in need of a good night's rest.
Shh. If you wish to remain, then stay quiet. You are in a place of knowledge and learning. I'm Costantos, caretaker of this library. I'd like to see what books you have available. Worship in the Hand, Rock Ears, they are not. Ancient Lore of Corellan, Larathan, Shevarash, Sehani Mumbo, Lebelas, and Red, Solonor, Zalandir. Mythal Theory. Where you learn everything it has to offer. Was there another book you want to examine? This is War for Auric. Aside from the High Mages, none are certain about true nature of mythals, no matter how well versed they are in ancient elven lore of old or current debates on magical theory. Many agree that a mythal is alive and is a huge web of magical forces woven together by magic and life forces of the casters. The mythal is believed to be sustained by the natural mechanisms within and around it, from the wind to the current of a brook to a temperature shift from the energy of sunlight. Given the ties to life and Faerun, mythals can hardly be common wizardry, no matter what may have been said in the past. The mythals and their magic are tied directly to the weave, the source of all Torillian magic.
I'm exhausted.
I'll be needing
Let
rest
us rest
soon.
for a while.
Quit your bitching.
Not a problem.
Blasted machine. I'll never get her fixed. Who are you? God, you waste my time with pointless chatter. My name is Gellerith. During the days when I was alive, I built and maintained this hunk of junk that used to be an astrolabe. You built the astrolabe? That I did. Lara charged me with designing and building this machine. The device was needed by the wizards to help research the stars and the moons. Now it's only good for collecting dust. Uh, how did you end up here when... that's a pointless question. How did you end up here when the hand fell? Everyone has basically the same answer to it. Something in their past retained their personality, so they're sticking close to what they did before they died. So perhaps Laryl has some insight. Have you spoken to him? All he does is rant about worthless dribble. I can't make any sense out of him. Quite different from the noble elven wizard he once was. Okay, I guess we need to ask about how did you end up here. The last thing I remembered while defending the hand was an arrow piercing my back. When I awoke, I found myself in this ghastly form. Now I spent my days trying to figure a way to fix this blasted machine. Maybe I can help. Yeah, we probably don't have the pieces yet.
Free my people. Astrolabe. Worlds. Twirls.
We need your help to use the Heartstone gem.
Free my people. Astrolabe. Worlds. Twirls.
Yeah, okay. So repair the thing. Well, we knew all this. No surprises there. I can't see why the fuck do you say that he's babbling incoherently? It's obvious what we need.
Right then.
What we need to do. Do I need a book to aid me in this? Anything about the astrolabe? Nope. Ancient history, certainly. I could take all the books, I suppose. There might be worth some gold, but I'm honestly not interested. I've been so disappointed with what the fucker offered from that previous
Right then.
book, so I'm not gonna bother.
Done. I... Not a problem. Easy as goblin pie.
Your soldiers all fought with great honor, their suffering has ended and they rest now. Thank you for helping me with one of my last tasks in this realm. Before I give you your reward, I would have you help me one last time. With my soldiers at rest, there is only one thing left for me to do. To join them. I would ask for the honor of dying in battle. Okay.
You have my
Well,
undivided
we're gonna rest
attention.
after this, so we might as well just pluck her over as hard as we can.
Too busy. Huh?
Right then.
Are those boots of speed? Level 8 Illusionist. Okay, I think I have emotion hope, emotion courage. One hour. 1 hour. Okay.
I am in need of a good
Watch me
night's
go.
rest.
1 hour remaining.
I'm exhausted.
I'll be needing rest
Let us
soon.
rest for a while.
Yeah, movement rate increased. Probably should give it to him. He's supposed to be, well, he's not the main tank now, not by a long shot. He's a little bit too slow often. No one's using this, but I'll identify it anyway. +3 longbow. Better than what you're currently using, but no one's really using all that many bows. 3 attacks per round is fairly good. This is slightly better damage-wise, but I'm not sure how many attacks you'll get. As well do this too. I don't think we need a specific reason to lie here. Before we deal with the elven lich, I think then we do need it. Basically, I'm suspecting all the elven spirits will disappear. So we need to make sure we have everything we want, we are rested and all that.
Easy as goblin pie.
Hmm. I expect a fight.
Speak your mind.
Ready.
Cupio Vertus.
I think I would like another bless spell. I'm not really using the weaker healing too much.
Aye. Not a problem.
Elven officer, you're gonna suffer. Come to order. Yeah, I was sort of guessing this. A lot of swordsmen, few archers, wizards. Wizard must go.
I am ready as always.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it will be done.
Yeah.
Ready. I'll wash me beard.
Your command?
Ready for action. By your leave.
The archers.
Huh?
What is required?
I'll try to keep this short.
Yes?
I shall serve you all.
Quickly now.
You need me?
Ready.
I'm here.
Right. A loot? No.
Aye.
Another goddamn bow.
Done.
Officer, officer, officer. They probably are gonna summon reinforcements.
Hmm? Easy as goblin pie. Aye.
I shall save you all. Yes. Right away.
Speak your mind.
Ready.
Okay, you got your target, did we? Yes. So that's the important part.
Ready for action. Onward to Taste.
I'm here.
Don't really care what you do, just keep attacking someone, for God's sakes.
Hmm?
You need
Ooh, is that an arch? Ooh, cleric.
Aye. Ready.
Forward!
Okay, not much of a challenge.
Victory.
Right then.
Ooh, stone skin. Not sure who would be the best recipient of this. It's the
A
most
reasonable
important
request.
physical protection spell for a caster, but I'm not using my casters in a way where we could really take advantage of that.
I'm here.
At the same time, at
Is
some
that
point we
all?
might not have a choice, so having it. But usually that's more to do with you need to protect yourself from arrows than anything else. Cloud kill.
How can I help?
Don't want to heal too much, but a little bit of basic aid would help you. Why am I failing my spellcasting? I don't really see a reason. Because I don't see any effect on me. I don't think I'm cursed. My spells just fail. Is it the weapon? Is it this shield? No, I don't think so. I'll switch the weapon, see if that makes a difference. I honestly can't see why it would fail. No, it just fails. But there's nothing to indicate that I have some kind of a failure in action. Or a curse or anything.
Hmm?
Maybe you
Watch me
just
go.
can't throw spells here or something. Certain type of spells. I honestly have no fucking clue what's going on.
I.
It's a pretty big potential problem.
Take my see you to your grave.
Okay, could someone actually attack?
Onward to victory! Your
I. Not a problem.
onward to victory!
I am ready. Certainly.
Ready. Done.
I shall slay you all.
Potion Storm Giant Strength. That's incredibly
command?
powerful.
Of course.
I'm here. Is that all?
We'll take a closer look at the items once we get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Hmm? Right then.
Remove curse scroll. Ballistas.
Done.
Restore the... whatever this is. Some kind of a garden. Peace be with you. I have not seen many adventurers in quite some time. I'm called Balestis. Welcome to the Arboretum. Peace be with you as well, Balestis. Friendly welcomes are few and far between in the hand. What are you doing here? I stand here and watch, hoping for the day that the plants will grow back. During the years of peace at the hand, I cared for the Arboretum. Is it Arboretum? Arboretum. I guess it's Arboretum. Arboretum. It was a place of indescribable beauty. Now it lies in ruin, but I am patient. The day will come when life will grow here again. How did it end up in such ruin? The serene peace we had known for many years was ultimately shattered by war. When the Dark Horde came, we found ourselves upon the losing side. While I appreciate that we fought for and the sacrifices that were made, I am not a man of war. During the last days of the fall, I remained here and watched over the Arboretum, the last chamber in the Seldarine's hands that contained any sort of peace. It was at this time that the Seldarine's hand was blanketed with the spell that doomed us all. As my life was drained from me, so was all the beauty within the Arboretum. I watched in horror as every plant and creature died before my eyes. So here is where I stand and watch, waiting for the day when life will begin anew within these halls. Anything, is there any way we could help? Perhaps you can. If in your travels you were to acquire seeds that can flourish in the harshest of places, or perhaps come across a sample of pure water, or even any small animal seeking a new home, I would be able to return some beauty to this place. Such things no longer exist here in the hand and can only be found in the rarest of places in the north. Pure water, animals in need of new home, and seeds. Okay. So we'll have to come back here again, apparently.
Right then. Done. Right then.
Okay, can I
Yes.
heal now? Yes. Not that it matters, I just wanted to make
Not a
sure it's not
problem.
kind of some kind of a bug that haunts my character. Right. Berduscan Black Brew. Composite longbow of the hand, +2. Not really noteworthy. This sword might be useful, rest of the crap is not. Okay, who actually needs our spells? I suppose on level 4 we're okay on both characters. 5, he needs something on 5. No one has anything decent on 5 though. All 3 and 4. You get the cloud kill. Remove magic. I think this is basically the good version of this spell magic. It doesn't affect your own guys. Right. Um, Cloud kill would be part of a tactic where we use multiple area effect type of spells to stop the enemy in their tracks and do damage to them, or knock them unconscious, anything. So it's not gonna be all that effective if we just have that cloud kill. We can create a bottleneck and still use it, but for it to be more effective, it could be combined with other spells. I dislike the undead though, or summon spells in general, so I'd rather take that. Anything else? I don't know if I have to leave this for the save game to actually take in, but I don't want to take any chances. The portation field is not useful. Not really. Secret word might be. I think this strips the enemy of spell protection. Right. Target's magic resistance, if any, does not affect the spell. 1 spell protection of 8th level or lower, so it's very situational, but still could be useful. This, on the other hand, is not that situational. The enemy starts to have serious spell buffs. We are basically going to have to disable them with something. We do have... Do I want to use this? Do I even want to learn something? Fail, 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 fail. Need more ammunition. Right, not that bad. I don't think we want to change spells specifically. Morohano Tsurugi. Inflicts piercing damage on wielder on every hit. May only be cursed Cursed blade. Long sword of action. It's rubbish. Right. Once more. Just need to get ammunition for our thief and we're basically ready. Can I talk to you about anything? Okay, he's a blade singer. Maybe we should go to the library and take a book about blade singers. Maybe we'll get a clue about what to do with him. Ooh, forgot that we have those. Right. Still a couple of items we need to identify. Or rather, spells we might want to learn. Otiluke's bullshit spear. Make someone immune for a while to all damage. Or play an enemy out of 5. This is some kind of berserking ability. Target's blast to flame, doing 3d4 points of damage every round and driving the victim's berserk with pain. Target gets to save versus spell every round. If successful, the damage and berserk state are negated. The spell does not work against undead or extraplanar creatures that do not have blood, such as elementals. If the creature is resistant to fire, this resistance will lower or nullify the damage from the spell. So this isn't all that useful. 4th level spell, Jesus fuck. I guess it's if you're very unlucky, it can do a huge amount of damage, but that's highly unlikely. Arrow of the hand. Extra plus 2 arrows. Why? Oh, one is a clerical scroll, one is a mage scroll. Right,
Ready.
ammunition.
Right then.
I'm thinking of maybe buying a few bolts of lightning. We can't buy many, but the electrical damage these two is quite substantial. So even if they would be immune to the normal missile, the electrical damage is up to 16 points. I wouldn't want to buy too many though. Just so we can have some in case we happen to need it. Right. I need Shiverrush Tower is where we want to go. It has connection to that. We need to go to the library and learn about blade singers. Well, I don't know if we need to do shit, but I think that might be worth doing. Because I don't get why the guy stands here otherwise.
Not a
Yeah, he's
problem.
telling us some things about the tower, but so could anyone else in the tower. could have told us the same thing, and many actually
Is
do
that
tell us
all?
the same thing. So why even have the Blade Singer talk about his duty and things like that? So maybe we need to read a book about Blade
Right.
Singers, so we might be able to have a idea what to do with him. I'm
Is
not
that all?
too confident that's actually a thing I need to do, but it's a harmless thing to try.
Easy as goblin pie. Is that all?
An elite group of elven fighter mages, the Blightsingers are dedicated to defense of the elven nation, and many of them journey back to Faerun to help defend those elves who stayed behind or have yet to join the retreat. Blightsingers are terrifying weapons experts and spellcasters. On Evermeet, they are organized in small warrior lodges, each specializing in a different weapon. They are even more dedicated to the ancient ways and styles of dress than other silver elves. They often tattoo themselves with old runes and symbols, and their armor and weapons are all of great antiquity and beautiful craftsmanship. So that doesn't seem useful in any way. We're heading up.
I...
Ah, this infernal machine will never be fixed. Okay. What's wrong with her? Can't you see she's broken? I can't power her up until her missing pieces are replaced. What missing pieces? Yeah. It's just okay. Kelessa bestowed me with this piece of machinery. Perhaps this is what you see. Let me see. Well, send me to the abyss. You might be right. If you find any more pieces, let me know. Otherwise, check back with me after I've put the part in. Okay, let's see. Let him put the part in. Something is twirling towards freedom. Okay, this piece of machinery was retrieved from Solonor Tower. Could you use it to fix the machine? Found this piece in one of the war rooms. It might be able to help you. Excellent. I removed this piece from an undead shadow within the hand. It looks like it's part of that machine. I think we're still missing something. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? You have my eternal gratitude for helping me fix her. May Corellon guide you. Okay, friendly was enough.
Greetings, adventurers. Pardon me while I gather my thoughts. Who are you, and what has just come to pass?
We are adventurers who have come to the Severed Hand to seek your knowledge and power. In doing so, we learned of the curse bestowed here and your sanity lost centuries ago. We have restored you to some of your former self and beseech you for aid.
Indeed you have, noble adventurers. It must have taken great courage and strength to make it as far as you did, let alone restore some balance to my thoughts. I am eternally in your debt. But surely you did not come to the hand of the Seldarine on a whim. Tell me what it is you seek.
I seek knowledge that only can be divined through the Heartstone.
Very well. As legend states, the Heartstone gem is an ancient artifact from a time long forgotten. Its most notable owners were the druids of Kuldahar before one within their circle stole the gem. It was thought forever lost, until now. The Heartstone Gem contains powerful scrying abilities that can divine the affairs of people throughout the realms. There are only a few within the land who know how to release its powers. I am one of them. With that said, what is it you seek to learn from the Heartstone Gem?
We seek to learn the source of the evil that troubles the North.
Then you will have what you seek. Hand me the Heartstone Gem.
Freed from the shackles of his tormented mind, the cursed elven lord was at last able to assist the heroes in their quest. Handing over the Heartstone Gem, the party stood back and watched Laro begin his divination. With the artifact raised before him, clutched tightly in his skeletal hands, the undead sorcerer peered intently into the gem as he whispered a series of strange chants and incantations. A spark of light briefly flashed within the gem, as if a ray of sunlight had caught upon its surface. And suddenly, reflected within the mirrored facets of the stone, there appeared an image of a statue. The statue was clearly a monument of sorts, depicting an elf and a dwarf sitting side by side on a dual throne.
Even if Labelus's curse had taken my eyesight, I would still recognize that home. What you have seen is Dorne's Deep, den of the betrayers. In here is where the wretched dwarves hollowed out their home. Be warned if your journey takes you there. If any of the dwarves remain, expect no quarter, for they will give none. Believe none of their lies, as they will all lead to treachery. If you do decide to venture forth to that dwarven vestige of evil, then I will mark its location on your map. Also, I have the power to take you there if you wish.
One other thing before we depart. We came upon this diary belonging to your daughter.
My beloved daughter, I see you are thorough in your search of the hand. The last entries describe her resolve to find a way to reforge the union with those accursed dwarves. I never saw her again.
What became of her?
Fools! Can you not discern it with your own mind? Those dwarves committed the worst atrocity, knowing its impact on me. They murdered my daughter. For that, I will never forgive them. For the punishment I suffered for my arrogance and pride, Labelus be damned if he thinks I will forgive them for what they did. I would stay in this cursed form, never to see Arvindor, if it meant I could make the dwarves pay for their crime. Leave now! I will not speak of this anymore.
Be mad.
You have returned.
We should know more of the events that came to pass here in the Hand.
You wish to learn what came to pass within the hand of this Elder Ring. Very well. There is much to tell. Shall I start with the time of prosperity, the betrayal, or our darkest hour?
Time of prosperity.
In light of the greater threat of the Orcish and Goblin hordes of the north, we elves allied ourselves with the dwarves. The alliance was a desperate one, but it was either that or fall to the dark hordes. As both races prospered from our mutual cooperation, we furthered our bonds by creating powerful artifacts and weapons. Delicate dwarven craftsmanship, combined with ancient elven magic, yielded items of great power and unsurpassed beauty. With the unity of our two races wielding the magical benefits of our labor, the hordes were easily kept in check. Our cooperation continued, and we prospered in harmony for many decades. Until the betrayal. You will need to be patient, as this is a bitter subject for me. A great debate ensued with our dwarven allies regarding the magic items created by our union. It seems the greed inherent in all dwarves could not be contained. They wanted to begin selling our magic items to the other settlements in the north.
Seems reasonable. Although it also seems reasonable that elves would have a say in that, because dwarves probably didn't want to, they wanted to make riches and keep the other settlements protected too. And the elves don't want to share.
Preposterous, I told them. To allow others access to these artifacts, all for the sake of profit. I was appalled, but not surprised. Dwarves cannot resist their selfish nature for long.
Elves tend to be isolationist in these stories, like retreating from the entire goddamn world. So this is not them hoarding their knowledge and never sharing it with outsiders is very typical.
My people and I were adamant that the humans were not to have any access to any magical artifacts. After many months of debate, the dwarves conceded, and we thought the issue done. Then, a day came that marked the fate of both races. Our forces encountered what we thought another typical group of the orc and goblin hordes. What should have been an easy battle turned out to be a hard-fought victory. For they were using artifacts and weapons created by the Alliance. Furious, we questioned the dwarves about this. No elf would ever give our greatest treasures to a hated enemy. The dwarves, of course, denied our accusations. In honor of our alliance through the decades, we extended our trust further and tried to come to some solution. We were fools to believe we could coexist with these rock-eaters. Any and all discussions just turned into open argument and further accusations. Did the dwarves think we'd be stupid enough to assume that the artifacts just magically appeared in the Horde's camps? As to be expected, open conflict broke out. The decades of friendship and prosperity ended that day. The Alliance was no more. On that day, the elves of the Hand of the Seldarine were alone against the dwarves and the goblinoid hordes. You wish to learn what came to pass within the Hand of the Seldarine? Very well.
Was that
There's
the
much
time
to
of
tell.
darkness?
Centuries ago, the Hand of the Seldarine waged war with the Dark Hordes encroaching on the north. This war waged for decades, and towards the end, we found ourselves in a losing position. The tide of war was against us. Our forces were diminishing slowly but surely after every conflict. We were isolated from the rest of the elves south of us. With no support from our brothers and sisters, and impending doom at our doorstep, I became desperate. I concocted a plan to protect my people and buy us some time. Ancient elven magic speaks of a spell used in days of old, named the Mythal. This Mythal embodies the land with a living and protective life force, personifying all that is elven. This living force can also be given abilities of a protective nature, powers that would have kept the Dark Hordes away from the Hand of the Seldarine and its surrounding lands. A chance to buy my people time and to marshal reinforcements from our southern brothers and sisters. Some say believing we had the power to bestow such magic was arrogance. Others would say using the Mythal in such a way was blasphemous. I stand by my decision. I did what I had to do to save my people. We began the preparations to lay a Mythal. In the weeks that came to pass, we fortified what remained of our forces within the Hand. My wizards and I locked ourselves within this tower and began the arduous process of laying a Mythal. Within this time, the orcs and goblins sensed our weakened state and moved in for the kill. The largest force we had ever seen besieged the Hand, and the Mythal was not near completion. We knew this was our last stand, and my people knew they had to buy time. For a week, we held the Horde back. Entrenched in our home, my people fought, and the Horde paid dearly for every room of the Hand they took. For every elf that fell, the Horde paid tenfold. For all the sacrifices my people made, the last line was breached in a week's time. As the Horde began ascending the towers and the last of the defenders fell, I realized my people's sacrifice was not made in vain. We completed the last incantations for the Mythal. the spell was cast, and a shroud of pure light and energy engulfed the hand. As I watched what I thought was our salvation enter every crevice of the hand, I became horrified. Something had gone terribly wrong. The force that was supposed to bring life to the land began to twist and corrupt it. It was draining everything and everyone within the hand of its soul. I watched as every living thing within the hand of the Seldarine had its life drained to the brink of death, driving them mad. Those who died in the battle began to rise as hideous undead. It was at this point where I realized I wasn't the only one watching the rampant destruction of the hand and all within. Standing before me was Labalus Enereth, the elven god of longevity and time. He was angry with me, angry as he saw the most ancient of elven magic used with carelessness, angry as he watched the lives in the land of his people being unnaturally twisted, angry that my pride and arrogance led to the breakdown of the union between the elves and the dwarves. I was transformed into a Baelnorn. My punishment was to watch over the runes of the hand of the Seldarine and its people, cursed forever, until the astrolabe was restored by putting my people to proper rest. You wish to learn? You will need to be patient, as this is a bitter subject for me. A great debate ensued with our dwarven allies regarding the magic items created by our union.
Does the guy downstairs know
Easy
something?
as goblin pie.
I think I want to go back to Kaldahar because I need to, at the very least, return the book about Meatfall to Auric. Oddly enough, a visiting elven warrior. Okay. Oddly enough, a visiting elven warrior who sought this book recently accosted me. She took one of my remaining copies of this book, as well as the book on the ecology of the unicorn. Her rude and loud demeanor did not surprise me, as she did not bear the emblem of the Seldarine's hand. Anyways, here's the last copy. Is there another book you wanted? Okay. Magical artifact sketches. Book about unicorns. Okay. I wanted to take a book about rock eaters. Maybe we'll know more about the Dawn's Teeth. Anything worthwhile. This is a technical book containing sketches of various magical artifacts. It details some of the plans and processes used by the elven enchanter Elamith and the dwarven smith Carador during the time of cooperation between the two races. Okay, that might be very interesting. We're gonna go to Kaldahar, talk to a few people, see what we can do. We get a little bit of extra reward.
You have returned.
We'll go visit the smithy
Watch me
quickly
go.
because I don't think we needed the book because we can do because the smith could do something for us. We might have to do something in Dawn's Teeth, which requires the book. Also, we talked to one of the elves at some point, I think in East Haven. That was going to the hand. I'm sure that librarian referred to him as the elf who was looking for diagrams of the magical items. Not sure how that aids me. But Auric might have something, and I could buy the plate mail, but I don't know. I think at this play, at this stage I should be able to buy it better than a +1. Ooh, you're gonna level up at some point. Better thief.
Is that all?
Auric might have something new for us at this point, because we did get a cutscene, so who knows what things have changed. Although I don't think we're in a new chapter. I love these guys, they just never go to the correct place. I don't really get the reasoning with the elven and dwarven races. I suppose they're both isolationist enough. What I mean is, they know that there's a huge orc and goblin problem here. So I sort of don't understand why they just guard their own borders with that. They're basically choosing a purely defensive strategy in a war. It's just a matter of time before they lose that. They should basically try to remove the threat permanently. I mean, there's no mention
Here's
of
goblin
doing any
pie.
kind of even retaliation campaigns in the against the orcs and goblins. They always have basically a perfectly safe breeding ground where they can regroup their losses and come again and again and again. And at some point they're going to win. So I don't really get the thinking about these people.
Not a problem.
I sort of get why the humans do the same. They don't have the numbers to do anything. They have a couple of villages here. They don't have any kind of a real presence. But these guys had big fortresses and they were basically in control of this area. Oh, I found this book in a ruined elven tower not far from here. Perhaps you might find it useful. Useful indeed. This book is precisely what I've been searching for all these years. You have done me a great service and should be rewarded. Take this artifact as a token of my gratitude. Okay. You have something new. Contact other plane. This is a divination spell. I don't know how these really work. These would be more useful in a pen and paper campaign. This spell allows the wizard to contact powers from other planes of existence in order to receive advice and information. The nature of the divination is oriented around knowledge of powerful foes, magical items, and spells. So what the fuck does this actually do? I might as well buy it and take a look. It's only 600, I suppose. It's so fucking vague. Is it is it in any way useful? Am I getting more information about quests and the main quest I'm doing, or is it just some kind of a side quest it initiates, or is it just information, extra lore? What the fuck am I getting with this? I have no idea. And that should never be the case. I don't want to take the lightning bolt spells. I'm basically thinking that I'll just lightning bolt my own guys. And I don't think I'm in any way wrong in that. I would definitely lightning bolt my own guys. Ooh, Wand of Freezing Death. Charges, Ice Land, Snowballs, Ice Storm. Many missiles. 3 missiles. Ring of Shocking Grass. 4 times per day. Electrical damage. Yeah, I think this was the bottom of the list previously. Nothing all that interesting. And I'm perfectly fine with that. did get something new. Girdle. Girdle of Labelas. A quick free action. I think I'm basically immune to hold effects, things like that, webs. I'm not quite sure what that entails, although I'm pretty sure I have that as spell, so maybe I can use that as a guide. Gives the affected creature an immunity to magic that impedes movement, such as grease, web, slow spells. Negates the effects of paralysis, hold, stun spells. The recipient of the spell can still be hasted and receive beneficial movement effects, such as those granted by boots of speed. So we'll give it to him. That means we can have immunity to hold spells on all three main fighters. Shields just need to berserk to get it, but that's not too big of an issue. Bless the wearer. Okay. Bless my balls. That's extra damage and extra chance to hit. Now, what the fuck is this spell? We are gonna test this out immediately, because I can't understand how that could be
Not a problem.
useful in practical terms in this game.
Easy as goblin pie.
I suppose it could be something like a wish spell. If basically something comes up and you have a dialogue and you choose from one of the options. That might make the most sense actually. But I'm not sure how it would actually be
Is that
beneficial.
all?
With the wish spell you ask something and there's probably a price to pay for it. I don't think we specifically
I'm here.
need anything
Not
from
a
here. I
problem.
bought the supplies from the hand
Not
already.
a problem.
We'll just rest and test the spell. I'll leave things at that.
Easy as goblin pie.
You have my undivided attention.
Planar Spirit. Priority of subject identification is rescinded. Priority of answering subject's queries established. The subject is free to ask questions. Skeletal Mage. How do I undo Laryl's curls? What happened to the severed hand? Where can I find powerful magic? Safe place to rest in the severed hand. Find items for the items for the Arboretum. We have catalogued the location of item Pure Water in the Frost Giant Caverns of Worm's Tooth Glacier. We have catalogued the location of item Seeds in the bedroom of Dark Elf Appellation Mellabon, located in the agricultural domes of Lower Dorn's Peak. Okay, what about the animals? We have catalogued the location of item Caged Birds and item Squirrels in the possession of Dark Elf Appellation Nymph, located in a subterranean area near Lower Dorn's Peak. Question answered. Priority of work re-established. Terminating communication. Okay. That was generally useful. You can buy spoilers, I guess. I'll actually keep that. I'm not too interested in the cloud kill at the moment, so this might actually provide something interesting as we go along.
Easy
Might
as
as well
goblin
raise.
pie. Easy as goblin pie.
Alright, I'll leave things here. Lower door steep. Sounds like we're basically going into the Underdark. What are our options now? Yeah, it's Dorn Steep.